Hello everyone and welcome to The Division Introduction and Gameplay. Just now, in 2017, I got The Division on sale together with a Season Pass which grants you access to all the DLCs available for this game. Let me start by saying that this video is aimed to people who have never played The Division, and I try to answer the questions that I had before I bought the game and knew nothing about it. This is by no means a guide or an opinion of the endgame at all. Anyways, let's get on with it. It's a third-person MMORPG shooter set in post-apocalyptic New York City. Most of its population got infected with a lab-grown virus, leading to a citywide quarantine and the activation of the Division, a special-purpose unit and New York's last hope. Now that we got that out of the way, the game is just wow. I got 20 hours into the game now, and honestly, I absolutely love this game. I don't know how I skipped this one until now. The graphics accurately display New York's deserted and chaotic streets filled with bandits, looters, rioters, shady organizations, all trying to profit from the situation. And some even trying to eradicate the infected on their own weird way by burning them all. Burn all the infected, they say. The game is loot and stats driven. It's fundamentally different from normal shooter games. Here you are limited, or rather motivated, by the gear that you have. Even if you are a great sharpshooter but lack the proper gear, you won't get far in the world. So here we don't have such a system like in the Ghost Recon Wildlands, where you can pretty much one-shot everything. In some missions, and especially in a multiplayer group of 4, there are some opponents that will take quite a few hits to get them down. You got access to different weapons in the game, starting from close quarters weapons like shotguns, submachine guns, 2 rifles, sniper rifles, and light machine guns. Then there are all sorts of armors, knee pads, bags, weapon holsters, gloves, etc. All the weapons and armor can be further modified based on the modifier slots they have, including different skins. Since this game is an MMO, the gear is also based on a rarity system like in the World of Warcraft. Epic gear, anyone? The combat gear itself doesn't modify the looks in major ways, but the looks can be modified on the Appearance tab, which contains only aesthetic items like hats, pants, jackets, and shoes. And I really like this approach on customizing player looks, because you can choose the way you look without having to compromise on gear. For example, you get a good piece of gear, but it makes you look like crap, and this completely eliminates situations like that. Your character, like in most MMORPGs, starts at level 1 to a maximum of level 30 here. New York City is divided into different zones, which when hovered upon will display the level associated with it. Each zone has a safe house which acts as a main hub for quests and travel points when unlocked. They get unlocked after you first visit them, by the way. You have a base of operations which serves as a center of all activities like selling and buying loot, crafting and upgrading the base when you have enough resources to do so, and you acquire them by completing various different encounters throughout the game. There are 3 different paths, and each upgrade unlocks different talents and perks for your character. Now off to combat. Let's say that you go out for a walk. Since the encounters are completely random, something will definitely happen on your way to your destination. I absolutely love this system. There is something random happening all the time. You preset a path to go to a specific location for a specific encounter, and while going there, so many random events happen that sometimes you have to actually keep track of where you were going in the first place. Since there are no drivable vehicles in the game could be tailored in such a way that allows for smart covers all around the city. There are cars, buses, trucks, various obstacles that can be used for cover. And while we are talking about cover is an integral mechanism of the game and cannot be ignored. I did that a few times, Rambo-like moments, but they didn't last long. You need to use cover. The sound of the weapons is amazing. Light machine guns sound really, really good. Hearing their continuous fire with a stream of 100 bullets makes you feel, well, at least it makes me feel really good. The storyline missions are very well done and have a lot of variations. The random encounters, at least at the point where I'm now at level 20, have a really good feeling. They range from going underground to reset water pumps, to saving hostages held in boss terminals, to guarding supplies from the looters, to gathering scattered containers, to various random events you stumble upon, like these gangs beating on innocent civilians. The Division has a dynamic weather system. Even though all the events take place in New York, Christmas, New Year's Eve, wintertime, sometimes you have sunny days and sometimes the weather can be so bad that you can barely see what you're shooting. It's great and I absolutely love this. It also has a dynamic day and night cycle, which when used together with the dynamic weather makes for a really diverse playing atmosphere. I cannot comment much about PvP at this point in time, since I didn't really do a lot of it, but there is the Dark Zone associated with PvP and some PvE stuff. There are some new modes that came out with the newest expansion called Survival as well, so I gotta comment on those after I finish them. To round it up, it's an MMO, third-person shooter with great graphics and gameplay. I heard there were some complaints from people that adopted the game really early, but as it is now, at least as far as I'm concerned, I'm absolutely happy with it and consider the money well spent, especially now that you can get the game with the season pass for 35 euros on Ubisoft Store due to Spring Sale, or other websites like MMOGA or G2A, etc. We will leave the links below so you can check those out. If you're still unsure if you want to buy the game or not, at least just get the base game and not the season pass so you can check it out. The base game is still really good and gives you a lot of content for the money that you're paying. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and that I could be of any help clarifying any questions you have about the game. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. It really motivates me into doing more content like this one. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.